Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are talking about the famous 1966 and 1968 Washington quarters that many people believe could be worth thousands of dollars. While most of these coins are only worth 25 cents, a few rare high-grade examples have sold for over $21,000 at auction. 1966 No Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar Coin value $45,000. From United States. Many people search this online and feel excited. They think they may have a rare coin in their pocket. Some videos and posts say this coin is worth $45,000. That big number makes people want to watch till the end. But today I will explain the real truth in very easy words. I will tell you the real current value, the real auction prices, and why some coins sell for big money while most do not. The 1966 quarter was made in the United States during a very special time in coin history. In the early 1960s, silver prices went up. People started saving silver coins. Because of this, the country had a coin shortage. The government had to change the metal in coins. Before 1965, quarters were made with silver. After 1965, they were made with copper and nickel. The 1966 quarter is not silver. It is a copper nickel-clad coin. That means it has a layer of copper inside and nickel on the outside. This coin shows George Washington on the front. He was the first president of the country. His face has been on the quarter since 1932. On the back of the 1966 quarter, you see an eagle with wings spread wide. The words, United States of America, and quarter dollar, are also on the coin. The design looks simple, but it is strong and classic. Now let us talk about the mint mark. Many people think a 1966 quarter with no mint mark is rare. They believe that if there is no letter under the date, it must be special. But here is the truth. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint did not use mint marks on coins. This was done on purpose. The government wanted to stop people from collecting coins by mint location. So in 1966, every quarter had no mint mark. It was normal. It was not a mistake. So a 1966 quarter with no mint mark is not rare just because the letter is missing. More than 821 million quarters were made in 1966. That is a very large number. When a coin is made in such high numbers, it is usually common. Because of this, most 1,966 quarters you find today are only worth face value. That means 25 cents. If the coin is worn and has been used in daily life, it is still just a quarter. Now let us talk about current market value. In today's coin market, a normal 1966 quarter in circulated condition is worth 25 cents. If it looks a little better, maybe bright and not too worn, it may sell for 50 cents to $1. That is the real everyday value. Coin shops will not pay big money for a common used coin. If the coin is uncirculated, meaning it was never used and still looks new, the value can be higher. An uncirculated 1966 quarter may sell for $5, $10, or sometimes $20. The value depends on how clean and sharp the coin looks. Small marks and scratches lower the value. Clean surfaces and strong detail increase the value. The big money comes from very high-grade coins. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. This grading is done by professional companies like Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guaranty Company. These companies check the coin, give it a number grade, and seal it in a plastic holder. This makes buyers feel safe when paying high prices. Most 1966 quarters do not get very high grades because they were made for circulation. Many have small marks from the mint. But a few coins survived in almost perfect condition. When a coin gets a grade like MS67 or MS68, the value can jump very high. MS means mint state. The higher the number, the better the coin. Now let us speak about real auction prices. A 1966 quarter graded MS67 may sell for $200 to $500, depending on eye appeal and demand. That is already much higher than face value. But the rare top-grade coins can sell for thousands. One of the best-known sales happened at heritage auctions. A 1966 quarter graded MS-68 sold for over $20,000. That is a real auction result. It was not just an asking price. It was a completed sale. But notice something very important. That coin was graded at a very high level. Only a few coins reach that grade. It is not common. That is why the price was so high. It was not just any 1966 quarter. It was one of the best known examples in the world. Now what about the $45,000 claim? As of current known auction records, there is no widely confirmed sale of a regular 1966 quarter for $45,000. Sometimes sellers list coins online at very high prices. But listing price is not the same as selling price. Anyone can ask for any amount. What matters is what someone actually pays at auction. So far, the highest confirmed public sales are in the range of around $20,000 for top-graded coins. That is still big money, but it is not $45,000. There are also error coins. Errors happen when something goes wrong during the mint process. Some 1,966 quarters have errors that increase value. One example is a doubled die error. This means part of the design looks doubled. Letters or numbers may look thick or shadowed. A strong doubled die coin can sell for $100 to $1,000 depending on how clear the doubling is. Another error is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not lined up correctly. Part of the design may be missing. If the date is still visible and the off-center strike is large, the coin can be worth $50 to several $100s. A clipped planchet is another type of error. This means a small piece of the coin is missing from the edge because of a cutting mistake. These coins may sell for $30 to $200 based on size and shape. Very rare errors, like a coin struck on the wrong metal blank, can bring even more money. If a 1966 quarter was struck on a dime blank or some other wrong planchet, it could be worth thousands. But these cases are very rare and must be checked by experts. It is also important to know the difference between damage and real mint errors. Many people think scratches, dents, or strange colors are errors. But most of the time, that is just damage after the coin left the mint. Real errors happen during the minting process. Damage after that does not add value. So how can you know if your coin is valuable? First, look at the condition. Is it shiny and sharp? Are the details strong? Second, check for clear and strong error signs. Third, compare your coin to graded examples online. And if you truly believe your coin is special, you can send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for review. Right now in the current coin market, most 1966 quarters are common. Dealers buy and sell them in bulk at face value. Uncirculated rolls may sell for a small premium. High-grade certified coins are where the real collector money is. Auction prices change over time based on demand. When the market is strong, top coins sell higher. When the market is slow, prices can drop. The reason a high-grade 1966 quarter can sell for over $20,000 is simple. It is about rarity and condition. While millions were made, very few survived in near-perfect shape. Collectors who build top registry sets want the best coin possible. They compete at auction. That competition pushes the price up. But remember this very clearly. Finding a $20,000 coin in pocket change is extremely rare. Most coins in daily use are worn. The chance of finding a perfect MS-68 coin in circulation is almost zero. Most high-grade coins were saved early and kept safe for many years. So the final truth is simple. A normal 1966 no-mint mark Washington $quarter coin is worth 25 cents. A nice uncirculated one may be worth a few dollars. A very high-grade certified coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands. The best-known auction example sold for over $20,000. Claims of $45,000 are not supported by strong public auction records for regular examples. Each coin has its own market value, history, and design. Value depends on condition, rarity, demand, and true auction results. Before you believe big numbers online, always check real sales from trusted auction houses and grading services. Knowledge is power in coin collecting. When you understand the facts, you can see the real difference between a common coin and a true rare treasure. 1968 No Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, value $17,000, from United States. Many people see this coin in pocket change and think it is just 25 cents. But some coins from this year have sold for very high prices. A few top-grade coins have sold for thousands of dollars at big auctions. One very high-grade example, graded MS-68, sold for around $9,000. Some rare era coins from this year have also sold for hundreds and even a few $1,000s. That is why many collectors still check every 1968 quarter they find. The 1968 Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series. The design shows George Washington on the front of the coin. His portrait was made by John Flanagan. The back of the coin shows an eagle with wings spread. This design was used for many years before the state quarters started in 1999. The coin says Liberty on the top, "In God We Trust" on the front left side, and the date 1968 on the bottom. On the back it says United States of America and $quarter. In 1968 the United States Mint was making coins without silver for regular circulation. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver. But because silver prices went up, the mint changed the metal. The 1968 quarter is made of copper and nickel. The outside layer is nickel and the inside core is copper. If you look at the edge of the coin, you will see a brown line in the middle. That brown line is the copper core. Because there is no silver in this coin, its value does not come from silver content. Its value comes from condition and errors. Now let us talk about the no mint mark. In 1968, quarters made in Philadelphia did not have a mint mark. So if you see a 1968 quarter with no letter under the date, that means it was made in Philadelphia. This is normal. It does not mean it is rare by itself. The Philadelphia Mint made about 220 million quarters in 1968. That is a very large number. Because of this high number, most 1968 no mint mark quarters are common today. If you find a 1968 no mint mark quarter in used condition, with scratches and wear, it is usually worth face value, which is 25 cents. Coin dealers will not pay extra for a worn coin from this year because many still exist. Even coins in average uncirculated condition are usually worth only $1 to $3. So it is very important to understand that most of these coins are not worth big money. But here is where things change. Condition makes a very big difference in coin value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin that looks almost perfect with no wear and very strong shine can get a high grade like MS-67 or MS-68. MS means mint state. These coins were never used in daily trade. They still have strong luster and sharp details. In grades like MS-63 or MS-64, a 1968 no mint mark quarter may sell for $5 to $15. In MS-65, it may sell for around $20 to $40. In MS-66, the value can go from $75 to $150 depending on appeal. When you reach MS-67, the value can jump to $400, $700, or even more. In very rare MS-68 condition, auction records show sales close to $9,000. These very high-grade coins are hard to find because most coins from this year were used in circulation. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC certify coins and give them official grades. When a coin is in a sealed holder with a high grade, buyers feel more safe paying strong money. That is why top-grade coins can reach very high prices at auction. Now let us talk about proof coins. In 1968, proof quarters were made in San Francisco. These coins have an S mint mark. Proof coins were made for collectors. They have mirror-like fields and sharp details. A normal 1968 S-proof quarter is usually worth $3 to $8 if it is common. But deep cameo proof coins with strong contrast between the shiny background and frosted design can sell for $20 to $40 in high grade. Very high-grade proof coins graded PR69 deep cameo can sometimes sell for $100 or more. There is also a rare type called a 1968 S-proof quarter struck in silver. These were special collector issues. A silver-proof 1968 S quarter contains 40% silver. These coins are more valuable because of silver content and collector demand. Silver-proof examples can sell for $8 to $15 in normal proof condition. In very high grade they can reach $50 to $100 or more. Now let us talk about errors. Error coins are coins that were made with mistakes during the minting process. These mistakes can increase value a lot. Not all errors are big money, but some are very valuable. One known error is the doubled die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin has a doubled image. On the coin you may see letters or numbers that look doubled. If the doubling is strong and clear, collectors may pay $100, $300, or even over $1,000 depending on grade and strength of the error. Another error is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank was not placed in the press correctly. Part of the design may be missing. If the date is still visible and the coin is 10% to 50% off-center, values can range from $50 to $500. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value, as long as the date can still be seen. A clipped planchet error is when a piece of the coin is missing because of a mistake in cutting the metal blank. A small curved clip may sell for $30 to $75. A large clip can sell for $100 or more depending on condition. There are also coins missing the outer clad layer. When the nickel layer is missing, the coin may look more copper in color. These coins are lighter in weight. A missing clad layer error can sell for $100 to $300 depending on condition and demand. Sometimes coins are struck on the wrong planchet. For example, a quarter struck on a nickel planchet is very rare. These types of major errors can sell for thousands of dollars. They are not common, but they do exist and are confirmed by grading services. It is important to check the weight of your coin. A normal 1968 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If the weight is much lower or higher, it may be an error. Always use a good digital scale that measures in grams. Another thing to check is the edge. A normal coin will show the copper core line. If the edge looks strange or fully silver without a copper line, it may be a special strike or error, but it must be checked by experts because damage can also change the look. Some people online say a 1968 no mint mark quarter is worth $17,000. There is no common sale record for a regular circulated coin at that price. Very high auction prices only happen for coins in top population grades or rare major errors. Always check real auction records from trusted companies before believing high price claims. The coin market changes with time. Values depend on demand, rarity, condition, and how many top-grade coins exist. If only a few coins are graded MS68, then collectors may compete and push prices higher. If more are found later, prices can go down. If you have a 1968 no mint mark Washington quarter, first look at condition. Is it shiny with no wear on Washington's hair? Are the eagle feathers sharp and clear? If yes, it may be worth checking with a grading service. If the coin is worn flat, it will likely stay at face value. Keep coins safe in holders. Do not clean them. Cleaning can lower value fast. Even light cleaning can leave hairline scratches that grading services can see easily. A cleaned coin may lose most of its collector value. In coin collecting, small details matter. Two coins from the same year can have very different prices because of grade. A worn coin is 25 cents. A perfect coin can be worth thousands. That is why collectors search bank rolls and old collections looking for high-grade pieces. The 1968 Washington quarter with no mint mark from United States is a common coin in most cases. But rare high-grade coins, strong errors, and special proof versions can bring strong money in the right market. Real prices seen in the market range from 25 cents for worn coins, $1 to $3 for average uncirculated coins, $20 to $150 for mid-high grades, $400 to over $1,000 for MS67 examples, and up to around $9,000 for rare MS68 auction pieces. Error coins can range from $30 for small clips to several $1,000s for major rare mint mistakes. Every coin has its own market value, history, and design.